welcome. Thank you for joining me. Today I'd like to just take a couple minutes to introduce myself, but do you mind if I drop the intro anyway? Thank you. It comforts me. I'm proud of the intro, and it comforts me. So, I feel like I kind of owe you some explanation of like who I am, what I'm doing here, that sort of thing. So I'm here to do that. My name is Tess. I'm a psychologist. I've been studying psychology for like 20 years now, and still love it. Psychology and I were in a pretty committed relationship at this point, and I still adore it. And these days, really what I do is I just teach psychology classes full time. I don't have an active research program or a research lab or things like that. My training, my background, my degrees, those are in psychology research, but these days I just teach, which is pretty perfect for me because one thing that I've learned about myself over the years is I'm more of a talker than a doer. It's simply who I am. So teaching has been great, and I really love it and enjoy it, and I love talking about psychology. But it's almost like not enough. I guess I needed more. I needed to come here to YouTube to talk about psychology more. And it's not just that. It's not just that I want to talk about psychology more. It's that the classroom does have its limitations. It's not always the most comfortable place for asking questions. We don't always have a lot of time to sort of ponder things in the classroom. It's just, I don't know, it's kind of high pressure in some ways. So I thought, maybe on YouTube, things are a little bit more anonymous and people have more time to process. And so it might be sort of, more comfortable, sort of a more comfortable, place to just talk about psychology and ask questions and things like that. So that's sort of one thing that I thought would be cool here on YouTube. Another sort of way that the classroom can be a little bit limiting is, or actually it's sort of definitely limiting, is what we can talk about. In the classroom, we have to cover certain material, and that's fine. That's fine in the classroom. When we're learning the fundamentals, we got to learn the fundamentals. That's what they are. That's what the material is. But there is so much psychology research out there. People are doing so much research, and I certainly don't really get to talk about a lot of other stuff, and I don't. I don't know. It's just, I just want to talk about other things. I want to be able to talk about, whatever I want to at the moment, or things that you're interested in, like cool ideas we can sort of chase down. So I thought on YouTube, there's no rules. There's no rules on what we can talk about. Oh, I think there are rules, but I think we'll be fine. If we keep it just to regular psychology research, I think we'll be okay. So I guess that's it. I set up this little psychology station in my home so that we could come here and talk about whatever we want to in psychology. A couple of things I'd like to say. I just wanted to get this out there as soon as possible. One thing. This channel, not peer-reviewed, not a peer-reviewed channel. These are just my takes on psychology. I try to be accurate. I try to, give a fair assessment of the research. I take research very seriously, and I would never intentionally, try to mislead. But I'm human. I come in with my own perspective. I have my own biases. Sometimes my conclusions are wrong. I'm human. So, it's not to be taken as canon. Just my takes on things in psychology. So just wanted to get that out there. Another thing, if you couldn't tell, I am very new to YouTube. I am very much learning, and things are a little rough right now, things like editing and stuff, but I should get better with practice. So now I'm learning, but I am sort of learning like what is possible. I don't quite know like how often I'll be releasing videos. I'm working on it. I'm like trying to establish a pattern, but it's going to take me a minute to like figure out what the pattern is. So I apologize. I apologize for the roughness of the channel. I'm hoping you'll find it charming. I'll accept quaint if we must go there. But please bear with me. It should improve with time. I can't promise anything, but usually it does. So, last thing that I want to say, and I do want to say this, I'm very excited. I'm very excited to be here. I think people are fascinating. I love trying to understand them. I think I've accepted that, like, I'm never going to understand people. We're not going to get there in my lifetime. But I will never tire of trying. Never. And I do feel like one thing that I do feel like in psychology is like for every question we answer, 1,000 more spring up in its place. So like we'll never run out of questions. We will never run out of material. So I'm excited to talk about it. I'm excited to talk about all types of things in psychology. If you're interested in people, please let me know what you would like to talk about, things that you enjoy thinking about, any questions that you might have. I just kind of want to like chase down questions together and then talk about them. I guess that's it. I don't know if it warranted an entire video, but I did it. Thank you for sticking with me to the end, and I hope to see you soon. I think it was fine.